Well, I moved into this room, if you could call it that, a week ago. I never do what I'm supposed to do, hardly even know my name anymore. When no one calls it out, it kind of vanishes away. And I can't get to sleep at night, the parking lot's so loud and bright. The AC hasn't worked in 20 years, probably never made a single person cold. But I can't say the same for me, I've done it many times. Somebody take me home through those Alabama pines. You can't drive through Talladega on a weekend in October. Just head up north to Jacksonville, cut around and over, watch your speed in Bowling Springs. They ain't got a thing to do, they'll get you every time. Somebody take me home through those Alabama pines. Somebody take me home through those Alabama pass through on a Sunday, better make a stop at Wayne's. It's the only open liquor store north, and I can't stand the pain of being by myself without a little help on a Sunday afternoon. Well, I needed that damn woman like a dream needs gasoline, and I tried to be some ancient kind of man, one that's never seen the beauty in the world. But I tried to chase it down, tried to make the whole thing mine. Somebody take me home through those Alabama pines. Somebody take me home through those Alabama pines. I've been stuck here in this town, if you could call it that, a year or two. I never do what I'm supposed to do, I don't even need a name anymore. When no one calls it out, it kind of vanishes away. No one gives a damn about the things I give a damn about. The liberties that we can't do without seem to disappear like ghosts in the air. We don't even care, truly vanishes away.
RITER Radio is a BKR Media production.
Welcome to the morning meeting, everybody. Or should I say the whenever you decide to show up meeting?
I said the hip, hop, the hippie, the hippie, the hip, hip, hop, and you don't stop the rocket to the bang, bang, boogie, say up, up, the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what the hell is to the twist, I'm ripping to the beat. I'm here, the groove, and my friend, you're gonna try to move your feet. See, I am Wonder Man, and I'd like to say hello. To the black, to the white, the red, and the blue, the purple, and yellow. But first I gotta bang, bang, the boogie to the boogie, say up, the boogie to the bang, bang, bang.
The way my kids date now, it's so simple. They go on an app, whether it's Grindr or whatever, they swipe right, swipe left, and they get the date automatically.
Let's check in with RITER Radio's
living legend,
Bob Gaw.
Recording. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're good. Fuck, what's the number of the episode? I have no notes in front of me. It doesn't matter. All right. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Writer Radio, Bob gone. That's how we do it. Once a week. We've been doing this for more than a year. And every single week, we get Bob gone. And we've got him right now. So much going on, Bob. So much. I have no idea where you are going to go with this because you're brilliant.
Well, first of all, I am going to start off with something that I said I would never talk about.
Perfect.
On the radio. There are 2 shows I said I would never do, okay?
All right.
And I'm going to do a variation of one. One is like your favorite sports movie. Never done it. Never done it in all my years. And the other is the best fish fry in Buffalo. I've never done it, Brad. In all these years, I swear.
You had a good fish fry, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, here's what I gotta say. This is the argument. I'm not doing the best fish fry, but do you like fish fries? Are you a fish fry? Because we just came off a list.
Absolutely. Yes, of course. Delicious.
Okay, so I work with a coworker that, and tell me if this is great, awesome, or insane. Has a spreadsheet of like all the fish fries that she's been
That's
to in the
insane and also kind of awesome. And
Right.
you said she, and that makes it cool. And I like her. I'd hang out with her on go out to a happy hour with her for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's my argument. Here's the argument that we got into. And
All right.
that is, if I asked you who has the best steak in Buffalo or who has the best burger, I don't think that you would downgrade the steak because you didn't like the baked potato, right? I didn't ask you
Oh,
about that.
that's not what you asked me. Yeah. No.
I asked you what the best steak was.
Right.
So the argument was, when it comes to the fish fry, she argues, and I've asked around, and this goes 50-50, that it's the whole ensemble, Brett. You can't.
Yeah.
When you're evaluating fish fry, you have to also evaluate the coleslaw, the macaroni salad, how the fries are. Do you get a roll? Do you not get a roll? Do you get rye bread? This whole thing goes into the best fish fry. And I argue, but wait a minute, we would never do that about the best burger. I just want to know who has the best, literally, fish fry. No, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. So I have to ask you, Brad, when you are evaluating fish fries, does the whole ensemble come into play, or is it like the best steak where you're just evaluating the steak, just evaluating the fish fry?
We're going to Oppo here. 100%. I need the sides to work. I need all of it to matter. It matters a lot to me, especially because, we live in a world where, fish fry used to be $12. Now it's $28. And I need all of it to work for me. So I'm with the woman that you work with, who you are being, not super happy about. 100%. I care about mac salad. I care about the proportions of mac salad and coleslaw. And no one likes coleslaw. No one on earth likes it. But sometimes it's like, ooh, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Potato
So
salad, fries.
agreement.
I'm on her side, not yours, I think.
So we came to an agreement who actually has the best fish fry, believe it or not, from what we've experienced. And again, we're more North Towns people, so we don't know as well the southern tier. But the problem is she doesn't like the sides to that place. So it's not the best.
I think it matters.
He says not, and I'm like, no. We agreed. What are we talking about? We agreed on this. She says, yeah, you're right. This place got the best fish fry. No, it's not overall though. Can't do it. You can't. Oh my God. So that is the it's the end of Lent. So a lot of people now are not going to be doing fish fries. I still like doing them year round, to be honest with you.
Me too.
That
and corned beef. Why are we doing corned beef once a year? It's one of the best meals that exists, and we do it only on March 17th. That's insane.
No, you're right. So if you want to know, I will give you the best 4 places in Buffalo.
Do it. Let's go.
The best that place I was talking about with the best place called Gene's Junkyard. These are great places, right?
I don't know that one.
Gene's Junkyard is on Young Street in Tonawanda.
Okay.
Awesome. Best fish fry. Again, you might not like the sides. Grover in Clarence here. There's two places actually. Grover's, which is known for their burgers, has a great fish fry.
Yep.
Downgrade it because you have to eat. You can't even order to go because they cut you off at like noon. The place opens at 11 and they cut you off at noon.
It's that good.
To go.
It's that good.
It is that good. People love it. Also, a biker bar in Clarence called Marvin's. Again, these are just
What the hell are you doing in Clarence?
I'm telling you, they'll work out here, so that's it. And then this is a place for Dingus Day, Pupski's Pub.
Oh
on William
yeah,
Street.
there we go.
That is. So those are the top four. This is going for years now. This is not just like a 1 year thing, Brad.
I believe in you,
This is going
Bob.
on for like 7 years.
Everything you
And
say
we've
is
narrowed
always
it down
true.
to we've narrowed it down to these four.
That's awesome.
And I will. It's the people listening that are getting upset with me. I'm going more city north. So
Yeah,
it's not.
but
you know,
also you accept that there are other delicious fish places that you haven't been. But you're just talking about what you know, and I
What I've
appreciate that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hell yes.
Exactly.
All right.
All right, talk about the Sabres. My son my two boys experienced something that they have never experienced. My boys are 28 and 24. Is it sad the experience that they had at the Lightning game? They had never experienced an atmosphere like that at a Sabres game.
Where people cared?
before. Yeah, exactly. Now they're 20, and the 28-year-old.
I can't believe he's 28.
That.
That's crazy that Dalton is 28.
Dalton's 24.
Or
Carson's
Carson, sorry.
Carson's 28. Yes, little Danny Cave is 28. But he could have experienced it. But I was thinking about this. Don't you almost be Dalton, who's 24? You almost have to be in your early 20s to ever have experienced what you experienced. What you were experiencing recently. The atmosphere at Sabres games. It's a shame because it's been 15 years. Well, so you have to be at least in your early 20s to know what the hell this is all about. It's insane.
I keep saying this, but I have three kids. They're whatever. They're pretty experienced in life. They've never seen a Sabres playoff game. My oldest kid is about to turn 14.
Right.
And he was born in 2012, and they played in 2011 in the playoffs, and they sucked in that. And, we've talked about this a little, but to me, the drought isn't done until you win a series, because the drought of making the playoffs was 2011. The drought of winning a series is 2007. So we're 19 years into playoff hockey mattering here. So your kids don't know it, my kids don't know it, on different levels. But damn, man, it's the best thing that happens. Playoff hockey is the best thing that exists, and our kids have never seen it. And you have a 28-year-old.
And they just both said, the atmosphere at that arena against Tampa Bay was like a playoff atmosphere. It was just on fire if you were there. And I'm like, yes, I've experienced playoff hockey before. They're like, no, this was just something we've never seen before. Everybody on the edge of their seat. Everybody everybody watching every moment of play. Everybody staying till the end. My God. Half the time you go to a Sabres game, it's 5 minutes into the first period and people are still getting their nachos and stuff. No, they were there right from the start.
Right.
So it's awesome. You're even talking about things you never talk. Did you ever think that we'd be talking about who's the fifth and sixth defenseman should be on this team?
It's been a while.
It's been a long time since I've passionately said, I don't want to see Stanley in the playoffs, Brad. Just get this big guy out of there.
Whereas
I don't need him.
Right.
Metsa, yeah. I need. Who are those two guys? I need Metsa and Kesserling, or whatever your opinion is. That would be my opinion. But it actually matters. We've never talked that way in 20 years.
I know.
Who the hell cares about the fifth?
For as long as we've known each other, almost. It's crazy. But it's
and who you want them to play?
Fun.
Yeah, who
I
you
don't
want
care.
them to
I don't care about that. I have not even thought about that. I want to hold off Montreal so that they don't end up like on the road to start the playoffs. That's really all that matters. But then winning against Tampa, like they're in the conversation for the division and for the conference. And I mean, I want one, but I first just wanted a clinch of the playoffs. So yeah, we're relearning all the things we used to talk about, Bob.
Right, and it's kind of silly the way the playoffs are, because if you do win the division, then you're not going to have. If you don't win the division, you're probably going to have to go through Montreal and Tampa Bay. Whereas if you win the division, you're going to have to go one or the other, because they're going to play each other. So it is kind of a big deal with a few games left. Yeah, so that So everybody's going to be watching these last 4 games. And the other thing, if you remember from a sports talk perspective, is it was so nice, to get through April and to get into May. It just lessened that time between, hockey and football. In those years when they made that run and they made you through May, and then you're like, oh, you mean I only have to go through June and July at bedtime?
The draft that's happens, easy. All of it. Yeah, like it overlaps and it's perfect. We only have 2 teams. There are, cities with 4 teams. We have 2. We need them to help each other. And absolutely, that's correct.
Speaking of the other team, there's a guy out on the market that I would be willing to give up the Bills' first-round pick for, Dexter Lawrence, the Giants. It looks like, friend Joe Shane, friend of the family there, is, marketing him. And it's one of those things that we've done this with many guys in the past. If you told me the Bills' first-round pick was Dexter Lawrence, I'd be like, yeah, I'm pretty good with that.
Yep.
I'm okay. I don't think I'm doing better than that.
No,
to be honest
that's
with you.
Great.
Yeah, and I think that they should give up their first round. That's what they're looking for. They're supposedly looking for a first-round pick for him.
Can it be 26? Does that count? Because first round is, I mean, it's 1 through 32. So you gotta, what are you thinking about if you're them?
Right. Well, I assume that they're gonna, market him around, and if they can't do any better than that, if the Bills are actually offering that, then they might take it. I would take it.
I would do that in a second.
I would absolutely. And that the draft would not be as good because the Bills wouldn't have a pick to the 3rd round. But know who does that? You know who actually would do this Dexter Lawrence thing? I'm thinking about, wouldn't the Rams do this? Isn't this a McVay move all day?
Yeah.
The Rams would just say, "Oh my God, we're picking 26th. That's a crapshoot down there. Let's get Dexter Lawrence, who's not a crapshoot. Let's go with it. Give up our first-round pick." The Rams, when I thought about doing this move, I'm thinking the Rams do this move 10 times out of 10, twice on Sundays. Why don't we at least? And again, now maybe the Giants are going to get better than that, a better offer, and then you're out because they can get the 17th pick. But if they can't, let's put our name into the hat at least.
100%. When you said who would do that, I thought of Belichick. Like that's who would do that. Yes, for sure. We don't need a pick. We need a player. I'm in on that for sure. 100%. All right. What else you got?
Well, this was interesting. Do you see Trump's executive order on college sports came down on Friday?
No.
And he wanted to do. Remember, he had the and we talked about this. He kind of had the symposium of Urban Meyer. He had the symposium of Nick Saban.
Yeah.
And as a result, he comes out when this is the way Trump works. He does executive order, and a lot of people. Well, the commissioners loved it. I mean, there were 4 main components of it. 2 of those main components I think everybody would agree with. One is that kids have 4 years to play in 5 years. So, these kids that are playing, the offensive line of Alabama, which is trending to be like 27-year-olds, right? They just play forever. Get rid of that, and let's just say that you have 5 years to play.
Well, even Taquan Roberson, that was stupid. It was his 7th year. He was the quarterback at UB last year, and it was his 7th year of football. That's stupid.
That is absolutely. So that is one thing. The second thing that I think everybody would agree with is that you can't cut women's sports or Olympic sports. So just to keep football, because of course schools are doing that, right? I mean, so
Right.
he's saying you can't do that. Again, those are two things everybody agrees with. Things that a lot of people that you and I might agree with, but I think the players wouldn't, is limiting NIL money to what it was meant to be. Which was that, a car dealership could give a quarterback a car, give him $50,000 or something, like for a $50,000 vehicle. That's one thing because he does spots for them. But the quarterback was not meant to make more than the owner of the dealership, right? I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what's happening now is, the best players in the country are making millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, and it is just ruined, I think, the NCAA tournament because of it in terms of basketball, which we just, finished this week. At least the first two rounds have been ruined because of the mid-majors that just can't compete anymore. The UBs of the world, which we're, affiliated with, it's just impossible, and it's kind of ruined the game. So that's one. The reason that is interesting is because the NCAA has already lost in court on that one. that said you're not going to limit NIL. So Trump wants basically Congress to pass something saying that you can limit it. That's probably going to go to court. The other one is, and again, I like this one, the one transfer rule. You can only transfer once. As soon as you transfer the second time, you're sitting out a year. You not do it, but you're sitting out a year. I like that one too. That one has been, I think taken to court as well. So I actually like this. I think we all like it.
Right.
The question is how much teeth does it have? And I don't know. And I'm hoping that it spurs on Congress. What it might do is like a collective bargaining agreement comes to college sports, which the commissioners are against. The commissioners are against saying these people are employees. They don't want that. They want this. They want Congress. They want Trump. They want this to get passed so they don't have to go to that next step, which is just like the NFL, just like basketball, just like hockey, we're going to do a collective bargaining agreement. But one way or the other, I think this does maybe spur things on where there is conversations and something is going to happen one way or the other, hopefully because of this. So that came down on Friday last week.
That was great, Bob. What else do you have? Are we done? We can decide to end it right now, or you can tell me we're still going.
No, I think we are. I think those were my main points, Brad.
Nailed
Thank
it.
you.
Nailed
yes,
it. Crushed it.
I will. Yes, and I will love the fact that you have done a smart thing, and you're going to see the Dodgers with Ohtani. That is something that you will remember, and your kids will remember.
I know. We were going to go anyway, and then found out he's pitching because Dave Roberts, because he's not on like the standard 5-day rotation or 5-man rotation. They're spreading him out to try to preserve him. And as this airs, I will be in a car or a train or something on the way to Toronto because we're going to that game. And goddamn, Ohtani is a phenomenon that, like, I'm not 100% locked in on, but my family is. Like, my wife likes the Dodgers and Ohtani, and the hat is, I'm wearing the hat because of that. I don't know what to say about it, but we can watch baseball on TV every goddamn night of the year that they're playing. And mostly she wants the Dodgers, but she will watch baseball. And that's like our unifying thing in my family is baseball on television. So that's something. The
first game I ever went to, go to Toronto, and we had figured it out. See, this was easier back in the 70s. You know, teams went on a 4-man or 5-man rotation.
Right.
So we had figured it out that we were going to see. This shows you how old I am. Mark the Bird Fidrich.
Nice.
All right. We're going to see the Bird,
Tigers and
Tigers and
Jays.
Tigers and Jays, and we're going to see Fidrich and some. He started getting arm trouble, and we saw Dave Rozema instead, and it was such a downer. You know, we wanted to see Fidrich. We thought we had figured it out,
Right.
and it just didn't
You
go
lost.
our way. We lost, and it's your game. It's your game to see Ohtani. So congratulations to you and the family, and I wish I were you. And you can, if you wanted to, and be an entrepreneur, you could sell the seats for 4 times as much. Right
And
now.
now we're going. We're going.
You're going.
We had to buy 5 friggin' tickets. I mean, we spent a lot, but we're going. We spent the money, and I looked at the previous, like the pitching, like projections, and I thought it was Ohtani on Monday, and then Yamamoto on Tuesday, and then a guy I don't know on Wednesday, and then Dave Roberts announced, like, no, we're gonna pitch him the last night in Toronto, where he pitched in the World Series. This is a World Series rematch in April. Like, I'm psyched. So
You're psyched. You should be. All right.
Yeah. So we're doing that, and we'll talk to you next week, Bob.
All right. We will talk. Sounds
Thanks,
good, Brad.
man. Bye.
You got. All right.
All right. Thanks, man.
No problem. All right. I'll talk to you next week.
All right. See ya.
See you.
Bye.